We all imagine who we want to become and dream about where we would like to end up in our lives. Each person is different. Some people know exactly what they want, while others need some more time. Regardless, there are some moments in our lives that shape and craft us into who we are. Some moments are so powerful that it gives us the confidence to believe in ourselves and our long-term goals. All of us say we are Penn State, and we are. But how did I get the confidence to say that? How did I choose a school that let me express my interest, pushed me into situations that tested my character, and a school that was by far a place that had legacy, innovation, and a heritage of people dedicated to one cause, success? How did I come to a school that is known for its determination, dedication, and resilience? Why did I believe that I could be among some of the best and the brightest minds of the 21st century? And how did I even get on a college campus that has tradition after tradition and is known for its amazing football team? What inspired me to get to this point? And what gives me the faith to stay here day in and day out? It's simple. My dad. My dad pushed me here to this point in my life, to be confident and to be proud of who I am. His love, his trust in me, and his commitment of not letting go of my hand regardless of whatever happens has truly made all of the difference. Now to me, my greatest moment started when I was 4 on the way to daycare with my dad. It all started with me getting dressed every morning and getting ready to face the new challenges that the new day would bring. My dad would comb my hair and make sure that my outfit didn't look too uncoordinated. When it was time to go, he would grab my pink Barbie backpack and would make sure I remembered that the lunch my mom packed the night before, my crowns of course, and remember my extra juice box just in case I got thirsty before snack time. After my shoes were tied extra tight, my dad would carry me to the back seat of our car. He would strap me into the seat and make sure I was comfortable. Then he would walk to the driver's side of the car, put the key in, and close the garage with the key opener. After he would watch it slowly go down, he would put the car in drive and we would make our first stop, the Wawa. In all honesty, going to the Wawa every morning was one of the best parts of the car ride because I was so excited about what was about to happen. My dad would pull into our parking spot and walk over to unbuckle my seatbelt. And I would run fast to the door, always knowing that I wouldn't actually be able to have the strength to open the door until my dad came behind and pulled the handle. I would go to the same aisle every morning, aisle 3, the aisle that had the 2 jelly tasty cake crimpets sitting on the shelf. I knew that my dad would have his back turned to me near the coffee machine, and I also knew that he would be getting black coffee with 2 packs of sugar. After he filled up this coffee cup, he would always ask,
"Are you ready, Slim?"
And I would nod my head and say, "Yes, Daddy." He would say,
"All right, let's go."
After he would purchase my jelly crimpets, he would strap me into my seatbelt once more. I knew what was coming next. My all-time favorite part. My dad turning on the CD machine to track 15 so we could listen to Michael Jackson's Whatever Happens. The song was not just any song. It became our song because I got the pleasure to hold my dad's hand the entire ride to daycare. I would see his head bobbing to the beat of the song and I smile, and he would smile too, as I sing the words the best way I knew how as a 4-year-old. This experience of holding his hand and being with him every morning was almost like heaven because I felt so at peace. I was happy, and the scenery outside the window made it all the more beautiful. By my dad holding my hand, it made me feel strong and confident because I knew that my dad would always be there for me. This was our moment. This was the moment that molded me into who I am today. Eventually, though, the song and the ride to daycare came to a close. As I would see the daycare come in sight, I would begin to get nervous, to feel as though my support system was vanishing before my eyes, because I knew I would have to get out the car very soon. As the time approached even closer, my dad would turn off the radio and say,
"Carla, let's ride."
I smiled, hoping that he didn't catch my fear in my eyes. I would say, "Okay, I'm ready to go." He would say,
"Okay,"
and park the car. After he unstrapped me from my seatbelt, I would look up towards the building and see the letters, Bundle of Joy. written across the top of the building. I see painted hands on the side of the building, and to the right of me I see a pool that was so chilling when we swam in the summertime. As I look to the left of me, I see the playground, the slides, and the swings. As I stand there, I feel the cold ground under my feet. I look down, and I look back up in my dad's eyes, and he smiles reassurance. He squeezes my hand and tells me he won't let go. I walk into the building, and I place my belongings down in the assigned cubby. He looks at me and tells me to give him a big, warm bear hug. He holds me with a father's touch, strong, protected, and warm. I feel like I'm safe and that nothing will ever happen to me. Then he looks up at the clock and says it's time for him to go. As he walks away, I try to smile and wave. I say, "Bye, Daddy," and he whispers,
Always remember, stop, think, and make the right decision.
As I turn, I go outside to the playground that is behind the building. There are slides, swing sets, sandboxes, and a big gray fence that is enclosing us so we don't run out into the busy highway. I see cars passing, and I press my face against the cool fence and wait for my father's truck to roll by. And there he is! He makes that left turn back home. And I wait until 5 o'clock until he picks me up again so I can hold his hand once more. Although this event took place 14 years ago, my dad is still here with me. He still hasn't let go of my hand and still provides me guidance, hope, and love when I need it. I still call him every day before I go to class, and he's the first person I talk to in the morning and the last person I call at night. His dedication to me as a father inspires me to push myself when the going gets tough. There are times when I want to throw in the towel, and there are also times when I'm put in situations that really do test my character. But through all the ups and downs, I know that whatever happens, he has the faith in me to persevere and to overcome adversity. In these moments, he motivates me by telling me stories and showing me how mistakes are necessary to make in order for me to be the best that I can be. In fact, these are the times that my dad has truly helped me to find myself, to love who I am, and to find my inner voice. With this in mind, it is important to take in this moment that we all have been awarded, to go to Penn State, and to enjoy every second of it. It is also imperative that we don't forget who got us to this point. Now, it is understandable that sometimes our lives can become very busy, and time is very limited. But just take 5 minutes out of your day, each day, and make a point to call the ones that mean the most to you before it's too late. I call my dad so much that if I ever did lose him, I would know in the end that he knew that I loved him. And he also knows that I appreciate all of his advice and care throughout the years. In fact, there's not a moment that goes by that I don't notice the sacrifices that people had to make for me to be sitting in this classroom right now. And I'm sure that many of you can agree that if you don't have that one special person in your life, you would not be half the person you are right now. So I challenge you today and for the days that follow to do 3 things. First, call the ones you love at least once a week. Second, say thank you. And last, make a point to give back to the ones that you love before it's too late. With these small modifications, all of us can learn to become more humble, down to earth, and positive. Now, you might not need 2 tasty crumpets to find that out, but as for me, I'm glad I found out who I am with just a simple snack, a car ride, and my longtime favorite song with my daddy.